Oxford. You may have read in your papers about Oxfam highlighting that the world's 8 richest men have the same combined worth as the bottom 50% of the world's population. It's kind of tough getting your head around that. It may surprise you, or it may not. I'm, to be honest, not one of those that aren't surprised. So if you were super rich, what would you do? Would you buy a new car, a new house, a 5-star holiday would be on the list? Well, the wealthy men that Oxfam have identified probably have done all that, but should they face criticism? Let's speak to Mark Llewellyn-Slade from Awards Intelligence, and Mark reckons the answer is no. Mark, good afternoon to you. Why no, then?
I just don't get why Oxfam and the others are so intent on bashing the billionaires. The vast majority do a massive amount for charity, as well as employing thousands and thousands of people across the world. For example, latest figures from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and Bill is on the 8th wealthiest people list you're referring to, of course, show that in 2015 he committed over $5 billion to charitable activities, including malaria control, TB control, basic sanitation across third world countries, for example. And back in 2010, Warren Buffett, who's also on that list, and Bill Gates together created the Giving Pledge, which encourages the world's billionaires to donate at least half of their fortune to charity. And since then, that's in 2010, 154 people have made the pledge, and that includes UK billionaires like Richard Branson, David Sainsbury, the Phones for You billionaire John Caldwell.
Right, so is it just the sheer scale of their wealth that kind of, well, maybe frightens us? Because it's a very simple equation, is if they gave all their money away, bar enough to live on, then pretty much the world's problems would be sorted out. But that's a very simplistic approach to take, isn't it? And maybe that's how you and I kind of look at it.
In some respects, yes, Nick. But these guys can, as you say, easily afford to give 99% of their wealth away. And that's what they've said they're going to do. I mean, Warren Buffett has actually said in his lifetime he intends to give 99% away, or within 10 years of his estate being settled. So a clear pledge saying I can live on 1% of my huge wealth and I want to make the world a better place. And Bill Gates is on record as saying he spends far, far, far more of his time now working out how he's going to give his wealth away than he does making it. And yes, not everyone can afford to give 99% of their wealth away, but if we all give what we can, that's fantastic.
Right. It is easy to manipulate statistics, though, Mark, isn't it? I was reading on the way in that if you earn more than £25,000 a year, you are in the top 1% of the world's earners. Which to me seems incredible, but you wouldn't go after those top 1% because those on 25 grand a year in this country, some would say, well, those are the jams, those are the just about managing. You wouldn't ask them for more money to help the world's poor, would you?
No. Those people invariably are paying tax, so those people, if they can find the time to make a commitment to charity and community work, brilliant. And that is the vast majority of the Queen's Honour List, of course. About 80% of people who get MBEs and British Empire medals and that kind of thing in the New Year Honours List and the Birthday Honours List are ordinary people doing extraordinary work.
So how do we solve this problem, then? How do we do our Robin Hood act? I think that's the best way to describe it.
Well, A, we get people who are not paying tax to pay tax, and secondly, we actually embrace and encourage billionaires to give away more. And this giving pledge that Bill Gates and Warren Buffett have set up, that's got 154 billionaires on the list. Now, I suspect there are a lot more than 154 very, very wealthy people out there that could be on the list. So let's promote that list and get more people signed up to giving at least half of their wealth away.
All right, Mark Llewellyn-Slade from Awards Intelligence.